the great joy and privilege I have as a teacher of the Old Testament to seminary students and in churches and all different places is to help people understand the Bible and understand what it's saying. We believe the Bible's true, but what is it saying? One of the things I noticed as I was teaching kind of first-year seminary students, teaching through all the books of the Old Testament, is that a lot of our issues, a lot of our questions and disagreements about what the Bible says begin as disagreements about or misunderstandings or different opinions about what the Bible is. So often we disagree about what the Bible says because we don't agree on its genre. And so I really developed a lot of this material trying to help my students get a grasp on the different genres of the Bible. The Bible's not all one thing. We have poetry, we have narrative, we have laws, we have all these different genres. So how do they work? How do any genres work? And how can that help us be better readers of the Bible? The other people I had in mind when I was writing this book was actually my fellow Bible scholars who study and write and think about the Bible for a living. One of the hard things about doing biblical studies is that you have to sort of be on top of a bunch of different areas. And what I was noticing is that a lot of discussions about particular books in my area, the Old Testament, begin with, well, I've got to think about like what type of text this is. I've got to think about genre. But there's not an obvious place for people to go where they can sort of have a tasting plate of all the insights of modern genre theory ready to go in order to inform their studies. You can't be an expert in everything. That's just not possible. We are humans. We're finite. And you can't be on top of every field. And so I kind of wanted to help people who are studying the Bible as their task in life to try to have an easy place they could go, a one-stop shop where they can get the insights of modern genre theory and then move on with their project. Because the problem is we haven't really got much up-to-date modern genre theory applied into biblical studies. And it can be pretty overwhelming to go and read like all the social scientific stuff, all the linguistic stuff, all the literature stuff on genre and know what's good, what the insights are, where the field is at. So I guess in this book I'm trying to serve my fellow biblical scholars by kind of giving them a bit of an easy entry point into the best of genre theory with lots of footnotes, lots of bibliography for people to follow up if they want to do the deep dive, but also some clear tenets for them to take away and apply in their own studies. I'm not an expert in all the genres of the Bible. I've put examples of how I think the genre theory might apply to a bunch of different genres, but I'm no expert in New Testament studies. What I'm hoping, though, is that people scholars, people who study the Bible, will see these really powerful tools kind of in my clumsy and awkward and inexpert hands and think, hey, he's not doing a good job of reading the New Testament there, but that tool looks really powerful, so I'm going to use that. And that I hope is my contribution to my colleagues.